We have a lot of monsters coming back from old Elder Scrolls games that you've played before, specifically Daedra that you'll recognize if you see the Dremora and the spider Daedra come after you. They're really fun. I really love the giants from Skyrim, and we made special care to get those in our game, and we did not dumb them down at all. If you mess with a giant and his mammoths, they will come after you and they will kill you. The big enemy of our game, of the main story, is Molag Bal, and he has a huge host of Daedra at his disposal, as well as undead. So if you come across certain areas, he has all of his little lieutenants around the world, and one of those is Falchu, who is actually revealed to be a werewolf. But he's not just a werewolf, he was a werewolf that was killed during the Battle of Glenumbra, and he's brought back as an undead. So he's an undead werewolf controlling all of Camlorn, which is now infested with all these werewolves, and you must go and rid that town of that infestation. But just because there's werewolves in one town doesn't mean there aren't werewolves in all the other towns. So that comes up to vampires are in the game as well. The vampire houses are in the game, so you have to look out for those guys. So we've taken all of the iconic abilities that you will recognize, and we've put them into this very tactic-based combat. So you'll see a lot of the same moves, and they'll do a lot of the same things. So if you know that, you've got a leg up on the rest of the people.
And also to touch on the sort of overall a little bit, our game takes place sort of in provinces that are have been revealed in previous test games, as well as some areas that are entirely our own. And we took care in each of those cases where, say, you're in Morrowind, right, in the area of our game that is Morrowind, to use the same monsters that were in that scenario. And indeed, when you're in the area that is Skyrim, in some cases, like the giant, it is actually the same model that they used in Skyrim, right? We just got that asset from them, right? It's not so possible with the older assets from Oblivion and Morrowind, but with Skyrim in particular, some of those monsters will look really identical. But in addition to that, we have parts of our game that are unique, right, or haven't been seen in previous test games, right, like Molag Bal's armies, and so that means some new monsters that you haven't seen, and that's pretty cool too.